Welcome back, car enthusiast. Today we're diving into the exciting world of convertibles, those stylish rides that bring the thrill of open-air driving. But not all drop tops are created equal. And let's be real, nobody wants a roadside picnic with a broken-down beauty. That's why we're counting down the top 10 most reliable convertible cars of 2025. Cars that offer both sunshine and peace of mind. Whether you're chasing curves on a weekend road trip or just cruising to the store in style, these convertibles won't let you down. So buckle up, drop the top, and let's get into it. At 10, we have the 2025 Mini Convertible. A car that's basically the human equivalent of your quirky, energetic friend who texts you at 2 a.m. saying, "Road trip?" and somehow makes it a great idea. This little charmer is compact enough to squeeze into parking spots that SUV drivers only dream about. And yet, it's big on personality, like a chihuahua with racing stripes. Under the hood, it's powered by a sprightly engine that zips around town like it just downed a triple espresso. Handling? Think go-kart with manners. You'll be cornering like a champ while sipping your oat milk latte. Responsibly, of course. And let's talk reliability. Despite looking like it spends its weekends at music festivals, this Mini shows up to work on Monday, ready to roll. A buddy of mine drove his Mini from Miami to Montreal and back, with nothing but a bug-splattered windshield and an empty bag of beef jerky to show for it. No hiccups, no tantrums, just good vibes and great mileage. At 9, we have the 2025 BMW 4 Series convertible, the James Bond of drop tops. Sophisticated, smooth, and just a little bit dangerous if provoked. Driving this thing feels like showing up at a barbecue in a tuxedo and still managing to flip burgers like a pro. It's got that signature German engineering where every nut and bolt feels like it went to college. The ride, silky. The handling, sharp enough to slice a bratwurst. And the engines? Oh, they don't purr, they growl, like a well-mannered lion wearing a Rolex. I knew a guy who took his 4 Series convertible through a thunderstorm with the top down just to prove a point. The interior stayed dry because, apparently, the man was too classy for water. True story or not, that's the kind of energy this car gives off. This isn't just a vehicle. It's your therapist, your concert hall, and your ego booster, all rolled into one leather-wrapped, turbocharged package. And yes, it's as reliable as your grandma's landline. Quick pit stop. Ready to cruise in comfort and style? Hit that like button and subscribe for more top-tier car content every week. Now, back at 8, we have the 2025 Audi A5 Cabriolet, the convertible that's basically the automotive version of sipping espresso in a cashmere sweater. With its sharp lines and designer vibes, it's the kind of car that makes valet attendants stand up straighter. Sleek, elegant, and more polished than your LinkedIn profile, the A5 isn't just a car, it's a lifestyle. But here's the twist. Beneath that tuxedo exterior lies a surprising amount of athleticism. This thing handles corners like it's flirting with them, gliding through curves with a smirk and a wink. The steering is so responsive, you'd swear it's reading your mind, or at least your Spotify playlist. A buddy of mine took his A5 Cabriolet on a 1,200-mile road trip and came back convinced it made him more attractive. And you know what? We believed him. That's the A5 effect. It turns errands into escapades and every stoplight into a Vogue photo shoot. Reliable, refined, and just a little bit smug about it. And honestly, who can blame it? At 7, we have the 2025 Mercedes-Benz CLE Cabriolet, the automotive equivalent of checking into a 5-star resort. Only the bellhop is a turbocharged engine, and the concierge is your 64-color ambient lighting system. This isn't just a convertible. It's a floating luxury lounge that just so happens to have wheels. Everything inside the CLE is designed to pamper you. The seats don't just warm up, they coddle you. The ride is so smooth, it feels like you're gliding over compliments. And the tech? Let's just say this car probably knows your schedule better than your personal assistant. I took a CLE Cabriolet for a test drive once and found myself whispering, shh, to the outside world. It's that quiet. A friend of mine joked that it's so serene you could host a meditation session in it while doing 70 on the highway. And the best part? It's reliable. You get all this luxury without the drama. Like dating someone with impeccable taste and great communication skills. Rare, I know. At 6, we have the 2025 Chevrolet Camaro Convertible, the car that shows up to your polite dinner party wearing a leather jacket and blasting AC/DC. This thing is unapologetically American, unreasonably loud, and undeniably fun. It's less commute to work and more punch Monday in the face. The Camaro convertible doesn't whisper down the road, it roars. With engine options that could wake the neighbors 3 blocks over, it's got more muscle than a protein powder convention. Yet, despite its rowdy persona, it's surprisingly reliable. This isn't a diva that breaks down the second you ask it to do something wild. It lives for wild. I knew a guy who drove his Camaro cross country. He said the only thing that gave out was his Spotify playlist. That car didn't even flinch. The wind in your hair, the growl of the V8, and a chassis that hugs curves like it's in love. This is the convertible that makes you feel like a rebel, even if you're just heading to Costco. At 5, we have the 2025 Ford Mustang convertible, the rock star of the convertible world. It's like a classic track from the 70s that got remixed with just the right amount of bass and Bluetooth. The Mustang has always been the car that screams freedom, and in 2025, it still walks the walk, or rather, burns the rubber. You've got options under the hood that range from respectable rumble to summon the thunder gods, and it handles like a dream. A loud, tire squealing dream that probably smells faintly of gasoline and rebellion. And here's the kicker, it's dependable. Yep, this pony might love to gallop, but it won't buck you off unexpectedly. I know a guy who drove his Mustang through snow, rain, and what I'm pretty sure was a swarm of cicadas, and it never missed a beat. He called it his therapist with horsepower. It's the perfect mix of old school cool and modern day muscle. And yes, it still makes you want to take the long way home. Every time. At 4, we have the 2025 Porsche 718 Boxster, the car that feels less like transportation and more like an extension of your nervous system. This thing responds to your inputs faster than your best friend replies to a group chat about free pizza. It's not just fun to drive, it's addictive. The mid engine layout means balance, agility, and the kind of cornering that makes you grin like a kid on Christmas morning. Driving a Boxster on a twisty road is like dancing with a partner who never steps on your toes and always knows the next move. And despite all that performance pedigree, it's incredibly reliable. This isn't some fragile supermodel of a sports car. It's more like a marathon runner in a tailored suit. I know a Porsche owner who daily drives his Boxster and says the only maintenance he's ever done is oil changes and maybe wiping off drool marks from onlookers at stoplights. In short, it's precision German engineering with a sunroof you can throw to the wind. At 3, we have the 2025 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, the bargain supercar that pulls up, revs its V8, and politely asks, why pay more? It's like showing up to a black tie gala in a tux you got on sale that still fits better than everyone else's. The Corvette gives you that full throttle, grin inducing performance without making your bank account cry. Under the hood, it's packing a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8 that roars like an apex predator, but behaves like a golden retriever when you need it to. It's got mid-engine balance, scalpel sharp handling, and enough acceleration to turn your morning coffee into a thrill-seeking liability. And here's the twist. It's built to last. Chevrolet didn't just slap a fast engine into a flashy shell and call it a day. The C8 platform is engineered for durability, and real-world owners report years of happy, trouble-free miles. I met a guy at a car meet who daily drives his C8 convertible and said, "It's the most fun I've ever had being on time for work." Enough said. At 2, we have the 2025 Mercedes-Benz SL Class, the convertible equivalent of sipping champagne while being chauffeured by a cloud. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. Yes, I like performance, but I also like massages and Mozart on demand. The SL Class has always been the smooth talking diplomat of the convertible world, and the 2025 model keeps the tradition alive with even more elegance, technology, and power than ever. The ride is so smooth you'll wonder if the road even exists. It's basically a luxury yacht that decided to go land cruising, minus the seasickness. You get twin turbo V8 options, a cabin that looks like it was handcrafted by angels, and tech so advanced it probably knows your weekend plans before you do. And yet, with all this opulence, the SL Class is built with typical Mercedes Benz precision, rock solid, reliable, and ready for the long haul. A friend of mine calls his SL his retirement plan in motion. Honestly, if luxury and dependability had a baby with great hair, it'd be this car. And at number 1, we have the 2025 Mazda MX-5 Miata, the undisputed king of fun per dollar, and possibly the only car that's ever made people giggle while merging onto the highway. This car is like a dance partner who always knows the steps, never steps on your toes, and somehow makes you look like the star. With its featherweight frame and razor sharp handling, the Miata doesn't just respond to your inputs, it practically reads your mind. Every corner feels like a celebration, and every straight line is just a chance to grin before the next bend. And here's the kicker, it's tough. I know a guy who's had his Miata for 15 years. It's been autocrossed, track dayed, daily driven, and even survived a road trip with his in laws. Still starts on the first try every single time. Mazda didn't build this car just to look good. They built it to last and to make sure you're smiling every step of the way. The MX-5 proves that reliability and pure joy can absolutely ride in the same seat. So, there you have it, the top 10 most reliable convertible cars of 2025. Whether you're looking for luxury, performance, or everyday fun, there's a convertible on this list for you. Remember, a reliable convertible means more time enjoying the open road and less time in the repair shop. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more automotive content. And let us know in the comments, which convertible would you choose for your next adventure? Until next time, keep the top down and the good times rolling.